Hey everybody, again. So today I'm going to make a quick video on a simple method you can use to make very beautiful, very fleeting, almost majestic and dreamy kind of music. So this is very Lydian based. That's kind of the whole purpose of this technique, is to in a rather very bold way, really empathize a Lydian tonality in a given key. That's really the purpose of this. So I got this idea from Late Night Lessons, who I wouldn't say made a video about it, but it was definitely referenced in a video he made about the guitar playing style of Sean Lane. And I think more people need to hear about this because this can create some really beautiful audible results. So here's the whole concept. Here it is in two magic words. Ready? Pentatonic substitution. And this form of pentatonic substitution, the easiest way I can explain it, you take a chord progression with a major tonality and make sure there's a tritone in the progression. Very dissonant, right? That's what gives it that huge tension. Make sure there's a chord progression with a major tonality. Make sure there's a sharp 11 or tritone in that progression. And when that progression is playing, you can solo over it using a pentatonic minor that is a half step below what the root would be. I will give an example of this in two keys, an E major and F major. And of course, since we're using a lot of sharp 11s, it would be an E Lydian. So, if we're in E major, I'm only going to use two chords because I want to keep this simple. You take an E major progression, make sure there's a sharp 11 or tritone in there. And if we solo over this with a pentatonic minor scale that's a half step down, that would be D sharp minor. All right, so let's do our first example. Let's do this. Here we go. I'm going to do this in 6/8 time signature because that's, in my opinion, the most beautiful time signature. Very Celtic sounding. Here we go. See, isn't that so ethereal, so majestic and dreamy? It evokes a lot of emotion, and the reason why it does that is because, of course, in the progression there's a sharp 11 or a tritone, which is one of the intervals that gives the highest tension in music. Now let's do this in F major to prove to you that this can work in all keys. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to mention, sorry. if we're playing an F major, we would play an E pentatonic minor over that. Just saying, sorry. Let's get back to the example. Just reminding you. See? Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, the whole concept is you play a chord progression with a major tonality with a sharp 11 in it, and then you solo over it using a minor pentatonic scale that's a half step below the root. And it can create some very, that's why I made a video about this, because it's a, like I said, super underrated but super effective technique. And I think this can produce many results that many musicians have been waiting to hear, if you know what I mean by that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this lesson and hope you learned a lot from it. And yeah, see you next time. Goodbye.